For we this 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach, that every one may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad. Shalom. Giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, Ba'ashem Yahushai, to water again for another day, and to water for having me here to be able to preach another lesson. Through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hope this is edifying to you all. And this lesson here I'm going into will be about the different gods that these 2/3 are following, and also with Esau, that the things that he had blind a lot of the 2/3 out here, having them following the different gods and the different things of this world now that we're not supposed to be following, So 2 Corinthians 5 and 10, and it reads, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach. Right? So no matter what we do, we always proceed there, Once we die and we go to that spirit realm, we always go up to that to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he done, whether it be good or bad, right? So whether it be good or bad, you're receiving a gift, and that goes in back to when Yahweh Shai will be returning with his army of nation, Salakia, his army of angels, right? Which is the so-called UFOs, but they are chariots, right? That's the right name for them, right? So I would like to start off with a little video, right? And this will show you that the different gods that they have been following, they have been following. So this here is the god of Bacchus, and this is one of them that they have been following from back then, right? These Edomites, these heathens, right? You are not to follow these heathens in the ways at all, right? So I will get into it. Alright, so you can see just now there, to show you where it is the person was sacrificing someone, like a little child or something, right? And They throw it into the belly of the beast, and then everybody start to dance and praise from here, right? So this is like a ritual they do in here. This is also a stage show showing you how they did it back then, you know. So they playing out all the parts and whatnot, but who knows, also they could be actually doing it. So like yeah, they could also be doing a real ritual there also, you know, because even in the music videos, you know, when they have when they have these so-called his name it again, boy, these award shows, you know, the music awards, and you know, all these different kind of award shows and things. They just have the artists and them on stage singing, and you know, they will have them put on a show, you know, and they have shows that they actually do that is a ritual, you know. So there's all these kind of nonsenses be doing, right? all these different, as you can see on the screen here, you know, they're giving up the child to the statue, you know, which is all these things is abomination to the Lord, you know. Everything here is to do with the Jewish, you know, the Romans, all these wicked. You can see how this also make up.
Here we are, folks, at Chicago's.
You can see how this also make up. If you notice the way, the structure, how this built, the banks, you know, the banks, these big banks in around the world, the real top bank in places, which is like the Rockefellers and them, you know. These are how the banks and them are made up, you know, the same pillars, the same top piece here, like the triangle part here, you know, they have the same structure, the same build, you know, and this is like the Roman Empire area here, right? You can see where these things came from. You saw Edom.
Here we are, folks, at Chicago's world-famed Century of Progress, the spectacular fair that was started by a beam of light from the star Arcturus. In the sun stands the Hall of Science, saluting the waters of the shimmering lagoon. It's before this map-covered dome, the back view of the exhibit, 1,000,000 years ago.
Right. We'll have a next video here. It goes in a little deeper into it. And before that, I'm gonna just bring out a little script here. I don't wanna babble too much, you know. We got our script here. This is Exodus 24. Exodus 20 and 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. So like yeah, any graven image. Right? So that is like all kind of the same thing which as we went into here, you know, how you see the statues, you know, they created as a graven image, you know, the cross, you Christian who like to wear the cross around on the neck, you know, and you just see the priest walking around with this cross around the neck, you know, all those things is graven images, right? You're not supposed to have these things on us, right? Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth, right? You're not supposed to have any of those kind of graven image on you, right? Right? Verse 5, and it reads, Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. And that's what you see the people here doing, right? People in the video here. They bowing themselves to them. Right? So you see these people down at the bottom here doing? They're bowing to a statue, you know? Nothing to do with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? These devils on them. Right? Thou shalt not bow thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, thy power, am a jealous power. Right? Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Right? So we are not to bow to none of these kind of idols, you know. Right? Not supposed to be bowing down to none of these kind of idols at all. Because these are not things that the Lord gave us. You know? You have to remember we are a special people to the Lord, right? He does only deal with Israel. He don't deal with the other nations. Alright? Now let's go into our next scripture here. It's the book of Job. Job 4 and 7. And it reads, Remember, remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or were in righteous cut off, even as I have seen they that plow iniquity, and sow wickedness reap the same, right? And these are the same things that Jake followed, right? These are the same things that Jake followed. They follow all these, they stay in the iniquity, they follow the other ways of the heathens, and these are the things that they end up in, right? They end up following these kind of idols, right? Now it have different idols also. So like yeah, let me see if it is I could pull up some here. Alright. Alright, I had these here that I had researched up from before. Alright. is the Soka god, right? Of Egyptian, right? Now, let me see if I can catch him here. So lucky, let's bear with me. Right? Oh, this is one of them here. And this was back in the ancient times, right? Now they all have a part to play up to this part. Now, knowing that we are in Trinidad and Tobago, that's where I'm from, right? We here in Trinidad and we here in Trinidad and Tobago, they have things called soca. They have music called soca, music called calypso, you know, and these are what we grew up knowing as our culture, our tradition, which is a bunch of lies, which is the heathens and them that gave us these things. Our slave master gave us these things to follow, right? Now, this here soca. Now our soca don't spell this way, but it's the same thing it going with, right? Soka was an ancient falcon god in the environs of Memphis, who perhaps was originally associated with craftsmanship. However, he came to be a god of the Slakia. He came to be a god of the necropolis of that area, and rose in time to considerable importance as a Catholic and afterlife identity, right? So you can see that here, you know. Right, so let me see what it is here about. You know, this soca. Soca, also known as Seka, and in the Greek, Sokaris, you know. Or Sokaris was the Memphis god of the dead, right? So you can see that the name Soca, you know, that they gave Trinidad and Tobago, that name they give to us to follow, is basically the same thing. So it's like a bunch of dead music, you know, to keep you in that trance, that blinded way, you know. So let me pull up soca music. This here will see something. I'll show you. Alright. So you see how it's spelled, you know. It's spelled different to the next one. There's soca here. You know, this is to do with carnival and whatnot. So you can see what soca means here. Alright. Let me read it here and see. Soca music, what defines soca music? Soca is a blend of African and East Indian rhythms. It is merged with other musical styles over time, including influence from reggae, Zulu, Latin, and cadence. The rhythmic energy of soca encourages audience to dance, right? You're getting wild and messing up yourself all out, right? Emphasized hands by Salakia. Emphasized by sanctified sound and electronically mixed effects, right? So all these kind of different tones and whatnot, they will be put into these songs and whatnot. They will more or less it will do like a ritual kind of trance on you to get into that kind of zone, to be following whatever they want you to be following, right? Which is wickedness, right? So a little bit enough of that. Let me go into our script here of Akusha. This is the book of Jude. The book of Jude 1 and 5, and it reads, I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that the Lord Yahushua, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Right? So Lord, if you continue in this wickedness, right, in this following these other idols and these engraved images that you always follow, you know, all these other idol worship and following these other we call them these different religions, you know, you all will be put to death, you know, because the Lord's name is not what everybody is ignorantly called Jesus Christ. That's not his name. His name is Yahushua, and the Father's name is Yahweh, you know. So let me bring up something here quick to do with soca also, you know. It have this artist, also who does sing songs, right? Now she's going, her name is Destra. Well, you gotta call her Destra because, you know, she does she's also sings soca music, right? Now, one of the songs that she sang, I'll take a kind of risk here to play this song, right? Now, this song here that she named it's called Bacchanal, and it's something that in Trinidad and Tobago you hear that plenty. You know, Bacchanal, if it is somebody, it's confusion. You know, somebody tell you some kind of story and it cause confusion about somebody. You know, like gossip. They will come up with something here and say, you know, that's Bacchanal. You know, they don't want to hear that. You know, it's Bacchanal. Now, Bacchanal also going to the god of Bacchus, right? So let me get into that part here. Bacchus. Right? This is god of Bacchus here. Right? 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 You see him here? Right? Who is Bacchus in the Bible? You see? Slovakia. Right? So as it say here, as Bacchus was the god of wine, right? So you're drinking wine and all these kind of things, right? Rum. As Bacchus was the god of wine and the general of earthly festivity and jollity, as his rites sanction the most frantic excesses of revelry, right? And tumulus eximent, he would necessarily be an object of abhorrence to all who believe in and worship Jehovah, right? So you're seeing where it is Bacchus pushing here, right? Now we look up the word. We look up the word Bacchanal. Right?
Bacchanal.
Bacchanal. A wild and drunken celebration, right? And this is the same thing like what it is we talk when we just read there in Bacchus, you know. Bacchus is the god of wine, right? He's the god of wine. He following all those different abomination and thing, right? The wine giver, right? Yeah, right? Just bear with me, Babu Kusha. Right? So it have Bacchanal, a wild and drunken celebration, right? The event has morphed into one of the most shamelessly drunken bacchanals on the social calendar, right? So as you read this here, right, as we read this here, and we could go in now to Dextra, right? As I say, I'll take a little chance here to play this, but I'll be talking in between, so I can go ahead the copyright claim now. This how it go. Right? So you don't hear that part there. You know, on the road is Bacchanal. As these devils and them, you know, they are just hosts, basically, that, you know, the spirit dwelling in. You know? That spirit on the left hand side dwelling in them. And they pushing out these kind of videos, these kind of songs. You know? So let me continue saying. So you understand, you're hearing the words in the song, you know, in the streets is Bacchanal and all these things, make a Bacchanal. Yeah, they say they can't stop it, but yeah, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will stop it, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to stop this. All this sort of nonsense that they just be going with, right? Yeah, all these nonsenses be going with. Let me go back to the book of Job, you know, Job 4:7, and it reads, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish, being innocent," right? "For where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same." Right? So you're seeing all these things happening. All these things is be happening every day. This is an everyday thing. Right? And we got into this is Exodus 32:6, and it reads, "And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play." And that's the same thing what it is, that same wicked woman here, you know, she was singing the Bacchanal song, right? They rose up to play and dance and wind their body all over the place, right? Verse 7, "And Yahweh said unto Moses, Go get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves," right? And this is what the Israelites did, right? They corrupted themselves after they've been saved. You know, they still turn their back against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? They still turn against him, you know? Very rich. This is verse 8. "They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a immortal Slakia. They have made them a molten calf, right? And that's the golden calf they're talking about, Those who watch the Ten Commandments and thing, that movie, which they show a lot of lies also in that movie, right? These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Right? This verse 9. And Yahweh said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Right? It was a stiff-necked people. And that is the kind of people that Israel is, especially the two-thirds. They quick to follow the other heathen nations. Right? We mustn't feel bad for these people at all. Right? We mustn't feel bad for them at all. Let me get a scripture there quick. It's the book of Jeremiah 11 and 14. Slakia. And it reads, Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. Right? We're not supposed to pray for these wicked people, these wicked heathens, neither these wicked two-thirds, right? Because they don't already have the lot they're falling in, that they are going to get their reward, when Yahweh Bashem Yahushai sent his son Yahushai and his angels to restore order back into this earth, right? For I will not hear them in time that they cry unto me for their trouble. Right? Now let me jump to Jeremiah 11 and 7. And it reads, and it reads here, for I earnestly protest unto your fathers, right? In the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt, even unto this day, rising early and protesting, saying, Obey my voice, right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai always calling out to all of us, to turn back from our iniquities and our bad ways of thinking and whatnot. We have to follow him. Come out of those ways following the heathens, all those other nations, all those other different idols. You have to come out of those things, right? All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for bringing me out of that, and also the sincere other Akim and the Akwats that being faithful to their husbands, All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for bringing us out of that, right? God willing, we'll be part of that 144,000 hopefully elect, right? It's verse 8. This verse 8. Let Salakia, yet they obey not, nor incline their ear, but walk every one in the imagination of their evil heart. And that is what's going on with Jake right now. That's what's going on with Jake right now. The two-thirds, they have a evil heart. And the evil heart means their mind heart means your mind. You know, your heart don't physically, you know, have you going to having you making decision and thing, you know, your heart in your chest. That don't physically have you doing those things. That's things that Esau does teach. You know? That's the kind of things that Esau does teach. Your heart is your mind. Your mind is your main thing that is your main part of your body that your spirit dwells in. Right? Now, it reads here, therefore, I will bring upon them all the words of this covenant which I commanded them to do. But they did them not. And Yahweh said unto me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judah, right? And among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods, right? And that's what you saw in the video that I showed. You know, they bow into the other gods, you know, the Bacchus, you know, and all these other things. To serve them, the house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant. And that's what went on, right? Which I made with their fathers. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will bring evil upon them which they shall not be able to escape. And that is what we're going through right now till this day. Only until Yahweh Hashem Yahushai send Yahushai and his angels to restore order back on this earth, then that whole heavy cloud over us heads will be removed, and you know we will be back in our right minds, right? Where reach it? Right? Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will bring evil upon them which they shall be not which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. And that is the same thing. Fear is fear, you know. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai give us laws, statutes, and commandments to follow, and we didn't follow. You know, when I was back in the world, I didn't follow a lot of them. You know, I've been doing a lot of folly, right? And now that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I heard his calling, I came back running towards him, right? And that's how I'm here today. I learned from the prophets, I learned from the elders, I learned from the other brothers in this camp, right? And so on. And as I learn, I teach also, right? Now, moving on to, this will be Jeremiah. This will be Jeremiah 25:4, and it reads, and Yahweh had sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, can rise early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, nor incline your ear to hear, right? And this is what goes on to us, you know, us prophets, you know, we are the prophet of the Lord, we got the calling, and as I say, we got the calling and we run back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And we here now today to spread this word, to teach you all, to feed the sheep, you know, as the scriptures say, right? We have to feed the sheep, right? And we have to warn you all to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai quickly before it's too late, right? Right? Because if it is all, don't do that. What as it read here? No, as it read here, but ye have not hearkened, right? Israel haven't hearkened unto this word, nor inclined your ear to hear, right? So you always walk, mock, scoff. You know, when we are on the highways and byways, or make these videos, or they will click on the video and all they will hear the first part of the video when it is we bring in, you know, when we start to pray from there. Or they, as soon as they hear that, or they click out of it and all they go on, you know, they don't want to hear nothing else after that, right? Now, moving on. I'm trying to kind of speed up this video here. I have a lot of scriptures here to bring out. This is Isaiah 65 and 65 and 2, and it reads, I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, right? That is Israel he's talking about, right? Which walketh in a way that was not good, right? Meaning following the other ways of the heathens and so forth, after their own thoughts, a people that provoked me to anger continually to my face, right? And that's what we did, right? Back in the world, that's what we did, and that's what is happening till this day. You know, a lot of people following a lot of different traditions, like different religions, you know, different gods they're praying to, you know, all these different wickedness, right? That sacrifice it in gardens and burn it incense upon altars of brick, right? Right? So I'm gonna see here is verse 4, which remain among the graves and logs in the mountain in Salakia, in the monuments which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessel, right? Verse 5, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than you. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day, right? So you two-thirds and them only after only in for our rude awakening, you know, because only don't want to hearken onto this word, onto this word, and follow what it is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai telling all here. Because a lot of times I know that a voice is being all head telling all to turn back, and all they don't turn back, you know. All they find this world, this Esau, Edom, king, queendom that we living in, it's too comfortable, too comfortable in it, right? Now, this is the book of Jeremiah again, Jeremiah 10 and 1, and it reads, hear ye the word which Yahweh spaketh, unto you, O house of Israel, right? You realize he said Israel, house of Israel. He ain't talking about Christianity. He's not talking about Buddha. He's not talking about JC, Jesus Christ. The word, you know, as I say, that's not the Lord's name, right? His name is Yahweh Shai, right? Thus saith Yahweh, lean not the way of the heathen, right? And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them, right? For the custom of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe, right? And this going into the so-called Christmas day, right? This Christmas tree, this holiday that everybody is want to run to go and serve, you know. They just call it the happiest day of the year, right? The joyous day of the year, which is a bunch of lies, because the Lord never gave us holidays, he gave us holy days to follow, right? The Sabbath day, right? He gave us different feast days to follow, right? This verse 4, they decked it with silver and with gold. What it is decked the Christmas tree with, right? Silver and gold is the same thing. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not, right? And that's describing the Christmas tree right there, right? This is verse 5, and it reads, they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go, right? So that means, you know, you have to carry it, you know, because the Christmas tree, when you don't cut it down and whatnot, those are you all who in the US, you know, you always go out and cut all your own down, you know. The ones in Trinidad and Tobago here, is have to go into the store and get it. But although when you get it, they can't walk on their own, they can't do anything like that. You have to pick it up and go, right? Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, right? Neither also it is in them to do good, right? So is that and all it shows that they are idols that you're serving, right? Now going in also into Leviticus 18:1, and it reads, and Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am Yahweh your power, right? After doing this, Salakia, after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinance, right? Ye shall do my judgments and keep my ordinance to walk therein. I am Yahweh your power. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am Yahweh. Right? That's the law, statute, and commandments we're supposed to keep. Right? Now, let's want to run into another part here. right? So we cover with the bacchanal, right? Now it have one also, so look here. It also have one, calypso goddess, right? Now this is also a, a different. It have soca, it have calypso, right? Right? And this is the calypso where it is they got the calypso from, right? Now the calypso, the CALYPOS, that's the way how they spell calypso music, right? The calypso with the ancient one here, the spell it with a K, right? So you can see here where it is she made of, and it goes back with Zeus, and all those shit, there was Roman mythology and all that shit they used to follow, and they still follow it, right? Now there's the calypso power. Then we go into this part here, right? Right, so this calypso possesses healing powers. In the battle of the Libinite, she nursed Percy back to heal, though singing a song of enchantment, right? And that's just to show you also how even this calypso music, it's similar to the soca, right? It's more slower piece, right? The calypso more slower piece, but these are all the enchantments that they push in these songs, these music, right? Calypso can control and manipulate the ear, right? And certain extent, right? So that's just to show you how these music, seem to be like hip hop, rap music and thing. All these things have enchantment in it. The music, the beats, the rhythms, different. These things have enchantments, right? That is cause you to dwell in a certain mind frame and to be following them and to be basically hypnotized to follow in this so-called way of as I went into bacchanal, right? It causes you to go into those kind of frenzy ways, right? Which we're not supposed to be in, right? Let me get into some scriptures again. This is let me go to Leviticus 20 and 22. Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them, right? The Lord gave us a law, statute, and commandments to follow. He tells us to do them. That the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spur you not out, right? So when it is we get in the right mindset and we in the kingdom now, we will be able to follow the law, statute, and commandments way better, right? Now, in the book of Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy 12 and 29, it reads, When Yahweh thy power shall cut off the nations from before thee, whither thou goest to possess them, and thou succeeded them, and dwellest in their land, take heed to thyself, that thou be not snared by following them after that they be destroyed. Right? You hear that? From before thee. And that thou inquire not after their gods. Right? He warning you. He warning you two-thirds. Right? To stay away from them other gods, them other heathens. Right? Saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Right? So you're not supposed to be looking at them other nations and them other heathens and them and studying how they serve their Mother Lakshmi and their Buddha, you know. You don't follow those things, you know. None of those things you follow. All of the other gods on the earth, you're not supposed to follow none of those statues, you know. All them idols. Even so I will do likewise. Right? This verse 31. Thou shalt not do so unto Yahweh thy power, for every abomination to Yahweh which he hated have they done unto their gods, for even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods. Right? And that's the same thing that going back earlier on in the video that you saw they're doing sacrifices and whatnot. Right? What thing soever I command you, observe to do it. Thou shalt not add thereto nor diminish from it. Right? Now going in here to I'm going to, this is the book of Mark. The book of Mark 7 and 6. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking here, all in red. Right? It says here, he answered and said unto them, well has Salakia, well as Esdras prophesied of you hypocrites. Yahweh Shai called you all hypocrites. As it is written, this people honored me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their hearts meaning their mind, right? How bent in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men, right? And that's doctrines of men, that's of the heathens, right? He saw Edom he gave us this so-called Jesus Christ to follow, you know. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, you know. All those kind of wickedness he did, you know. For laying aside the commandment of power, he hold the tradition of men, right? That's still going back to the to the ways of the heathens, you know, the different gods they serve, you know, as the washing of pots and cups and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, full well, ye reject commandment of power, that ye may keep your own tradition, right? So in other words, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai say, well, you know, you only want to stick to these other heathens tradition and thing, or they keep it, you know, or they keep it, you know, he push all it there, or they keep it, or they make Yahweh Hashem Yahushai turn his head and say, well, you know, if all you want to be that stiff-necked kind of people, all you go ahead and do all the thing, you know. This is the book of Matthew 15 and 7, and it reads, ye hypocrites, well did Ezra prophesy of you, saying, this people draw it nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoureth me with their lips, but their heart are far from me, meaning their mind. This is verse 9. But ye, Salakia, but in vain ye do worship me. You hear that? In vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Yeah, and the commandments of men is what? Is the Edom commandments, you know. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, you know. He come up with his own doctrines, he come up with his own ways. Everything he does is from the left hand side, right? Now this is Isaiah. I have two more scriptures here to bring out. This is Isaiah 29 and 9, and it reads, stay yourselves and wonder, cry ye not, cry ye out, cry ye out and cry, they are drunken but not with wine, right? They staggered but not with strong drink, for Yahweh had poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, right? That right now, a lot of you two-thirds, well, basically all you two-thirds are sleeping right now, right? And had closed your eyes, and had closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, the seer had be covered, right? And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to you, Salakia, to one that is learnt, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And took, and the book is delivered to him that is learnt, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learnt. Wherefore the Lord Yahushua said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth, and he say it here again, with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me, meaning their mind, right? Their heart mean their mind. And their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men, right? And that's the same precept of men, Esau Edom, right? He pushed all the false doctrines, you know? He pushed all those false doctrines to the world, you know, giving us this image, which the world is ignorantly called Jesus Christ, you know, this white man with blonde hair and blue eyes, you know, which being fair skin like that, which being so-called white man, you know, is a curse being that complexion, you know. But that will be a different video I will do, right? Going into the different complexion, you know. Now it says here on verse 14, Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Right? And it reads here, Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And that is Esau Edom. Esau Edom, you know, he's more like a caveman, right? He lives in caves, right? That is the ways of the wicked. That is how they hide themselves. That is how that's basically their dwellings, the dwelling place. That is basically the ways of that's their natural habitat, basically, right? As it reads, Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, Who seeth us? Who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Right? Now all here goes into a lot of the parts, you know, but I will just jump down to verse 24 here, you know. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrines. Right? Now, I'm gonna just jump to Isaiah. This book, Isaiah 13 and 9, and it reads, Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, right? Cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And that's what's going to happen time to come, right around the corner. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Right? Now, I'm going to bring out one more scripture here and close it off. This is the book of Baruch. Baruch 2 and 29. And it reads, If he will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. Right? And that is what happening in this time right now. We are remembering ourselves. A lot of people are waking up. Look at me, I wake up. A lot of other jakes out here, they wake up. A lot of the brothers in this camp, a lot of us wake up. And then it also have a lot of brothers who were in this camp before me. They had waken up and they also got sifted out. This is verse 31. And shall know that I am Yahweh, Salakia, and shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai, their power. Right? For I will give them an heart and an ear to hear. Right? And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. And that's what we're doing. We just praise him every day. All praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Right? And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord Yahweh Shai, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. Right? And that's what we're going to get time to come. Right? Lord willing. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. This is verse 35. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. Right? And I will no more drive my people of Israel, not Christianity, not Buddha, right? Of Israel, right? Not Jehovah, right? Of Israel, right? Not the Muslim, of Israel, out of the land that I have given them, right? So I hope this was edifying. I'd like to give all praises and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopefully elect. Destruction unto Babylon, Abad Babal, and Shalom.